Hello, in this video I'm going to show you some of the most common places people fail their driving test from the Coxmore's Woods Driving Test Centre in South Birmingham. So let's turn the car on and let's get going. And I'd like to point out, just in case you don't normally watch my videos, I've taught over 1,000 people to drive in over 20 years as being a driving instructor. So this is what it's all based upon. I've seen loads of tests. I've been in the back of the car on about 400 plus tests. So let me show you what people get wrong. The first thing is, this can sound a bit weird, but I actually got this on video. Some people get it so wrong that they actually mistake the pavement for a road. So I'll show you what I mean. It's going to go up here, and you got to be very careful around here. So your driving test starts on the left here in his bays. Now it says DVSA only, and I can go in here just for a moment because I am a driving instructor, so this is all about DVSA business. So when you come out of here, be careful because it isn't that easy to see. I'm not going to be parked properly in the bay for now. It's going to go back. But I've seen people who've got it so badly wrong, they've come out of here and they've driven along there. See on the left, the pavement. Don't ask me how to do that, but actually driving along there, where that woman in the black top is walking, they've been driving down there thinking the pavement is the road. How do you get it that wrong? I don't know, but people do. And I'd like to point out something I did back there. Did you notice with my steering, I kind of crossed my arm a bit like that? Now I've mentioned this many times before. I've made over 1,000, 1,200 videos. It doesn't matter if you cross your arms like this. I often say there's this common kind of myth about, oh, you can't cross your hands if you do this. If you do watch what I do in a moment, people say, oh, if you do this, oh, you failed. No, you haven't. Right? It's rubbish. It's an old myth. It isn't marked. They're looking for the outcome of your steering, not the method you use to do it. As long as what you do is safe, it doesn't matter if you cross your hands. You don't want to, because it's just generally better not to, but it doesn't matter if you do. So one place people really go wrong is in a moment they get this left turn wrong. So you're going to see in a little bit that there's a road on the left, and the examiner will say to you, can you take the road on the left just after the petrol station? Loads of people mess this up. Now, it isn't that difficult to an experienced driver, but it can throw people off. And there will be a map at the top left of the screen showing you where I'm going so you can see all the names of the roads. Now, if that bus pulls up at a stop, I hope it does, I don't think it will. No, but if it does, that can make it difficult because you've got to go around the bus then turn in. But the road you want is here, just past where the car's coming out. So your mirrors signal, enter, and then you follow this way to the right. Loads of people go down there, and I'll go around and show you that now. There's another place here where people go wrong. So we're going to go right. You've got to go right one way. But we're going to go right again. You see there are two learners. I don't know if you've seen that on the video, but there are two learners on the right here. I don't have to put a handbrake on, but they're not moving, so I will, just so I don't walk back. This van on the left, I'm going to give way to them. They're going to come in here anyway. There's still a bit of a jam on the right, but I can just about go now. But yeah, this is quite an awkward part where you often come back this way at the very end of your test. And again, in the video I should point out distances look different. If you think I look close to the van, far back from the van, it looks very different in the video to when you're actually doing it in real life because the camera lenses are bent, distances can be distorted. So I'm going to go right here. You've got to go like the white car did. You look, you go into the middle, nothing from the right, go into the middle, wait halfway, roll. I won't use the handbrake here because I want to roll, creep, creep. Now I could use a handbrake, I may end up using it. In fact I will. Great example. You can stop, handbrake. I will explain all this in a moment. There's just so much going on. I can't be saying everything at the same time. Now I'm looking, there is not a chance to go at all, so I'll put the handbrake on. I'm going to go and take the next road on the right, which is behind the black car. Great example. Get out of the way. Get off that road. Get in here. Do not do what everyone does, and everyone just sits there, blocking the whole lane. You've got to get in. You notice right there, like the van is. So much happening here. You notice right the van got out of the way, the silver van, to go in the garage. you get out of the way, turn into this lane, get in this lane, don't be blocking that lane. Now, Birmingham is quite a difficult place to drive. Yes, you can say, if you can drive, you can drive, but this is quite a busy area, and even experienced drivers make mistakes around here. You see the bus was pulled up there, like I mentioned before, and I would have had to almost go around the bus. You don't want to go in here. So if you come at that road and turn in here, not wrong, you can go this way, but this wasn't the road you wanted. Let's just breathe for a bit and take a bit of a breather. There is a lot going on here. I'm doing the best I can, but this is what driving's like. It's very dynamic, it's very active. You can't just say to everyone on the road, "Hey everyone, can you just slow down so I can make this video?" Right, so I'll go and show you those things again because this is important. And a lot of this video, by the way, is going to focus on the roundabouts, like Becketts Farm roundabout, Maypole roundabout, and the roundabout by the M42 Junction 3. Those are all places people mess up. But there's a lot of glass down this road. So if you do come down this road, you can, it's not wrong, you can come down here, but this will be a two left turns. You would have gone left into, I think it's Warstock Road, then you would have gone left again. You don't want to do that. This man is saying stop, good example. Watch your behind, come back. I think he's going in a place on the right where the gates are. You see how much action there is around this test centre. And this one, understandably, I'm going to go back because you might need the room. No, people say, oh, avoid taking your test in Birmingham. Well, I say take your test in Birmingham, because if you can handle all this, you can handle anything. There are some driving test centres where it's so easy, I've been to them. You come out and it's just a straight road for miles. And there's no traffic, there's no roundabouts, there's nothing. It's just dead. Is that really preparing you for the real world? Yes, people say, oh, I just want to pass my test. If you have that attitude of just passing your test, well, as they always say, if the driving test doesn't test you, the world will. Which means you're going to have a massive shock if you take a test at an easy test centre and then you go out and you drive in the real world where it isn't all nice, straight, easy roads. So I'm going to go here. Don't strictly need to indicate there because it's a one-way road, so I wouldn't go the other way. I'm going to show you this part at the end in as much slow motion as I can. The car is telling me that the speed limit is 40. It's not. Now it's saying 30. You got it wrong. This car has a camera around the front camera, and you can read these signs. And it also goes from the GPS, and it gets it wrong. Not too often, but quite often. So don't make the mistake of going by the car's speed limit thing. End of the road right, the very end, go right. Mirrors, don't signal, wait till you've passed this junction. Wait, brake, clutch, wait, steer, signal now. Steer, gear, brake, off, roll. There's quite a bit of traffic. I don't know why it's so busy today. It's not always this busy. But there's some keeping momentum. I'm not just stopping dead. I'm playing with the gas and the clutch. We're always gas clutch. Creep into the middle on the arrow. Clutch, brake off, roll. Check I'm not blocking this lane. Creep. It's very narrow. This is only barely enough room for this car to get in. Go. Again, turn right. Mirrors, signal. Get out of the way. Get into this lane. Get straight. Notice the blue car in front is not as straight in this line as we are. It's also because if you get smacked in the back, you'll go forwards, not be pushed into the path of oncoming vehicles. Big tip here that can save your life. Whenever you're waiting in these places, have your wheels facing a safe zone. Do not sit with your wheels like this. And I will go there anyway, but if you sit with your wheels turned right and you get hit from the back, you'll be shunted into oncoming vehicles. There are always exceptions to anything, but a very good tip there. I'm going to go right again, I've got to go right, so I won't signal this time. So, I'm going to go end of the road, left this time. I don't have to indicate, if I do, is that wrong? No, so I'll do it. There's one thing I'll show you up here. The bus lane on the left, you can't go in because it's between 7 AM and 7 PM, so stay out of that, otherwise instant fail. I'll show you one thing where driving instructors go wrong. This is where I've known people to get messed up. People have turned left here, they've asked you to take the next left further on, and people have come in here. And the examiner said, oh sorry, we've taken the turn, what do you mean to? Can you turn around? What's the problem? Because your instructor hasn't taught you how to turn around. Many driving instructors only teach what they have to get through a test. And you get someone like this and you're thinking, what? How do I turn around? What do I do? Well, you might think it's obvious. If you're an experienced driver, you wouldn't believe how many people cannot work out how to do this. And they're not stupid, it's just they haven't done it before because they haven't been taught it. So you got to be able to turn around and go back. If you turn around, no problem. But doesn't matter if you went the wrong way, you did it safely, but if you can't turn around, you're in trouble. I have done another video on why you must still learn how to do a turn in the road. It's not out at the time I film this, so I don't know when it'll be coming out. But there you go. So, hope I'm not putting you off doing your test in Coxmoors. It is a good test centre. I should point out that, let's get this window up. There you go. That window always goes down before it goes up. It's years ago I was doing a driving lesson, and something fell into the window. There was like a bit of a twig or something, and ever since that day I've had it in the garage, I've had it repaired many times, and it just always does that. Whenever you put it down, it goes down before it goes back up. So that's something else to deal with. If that happens in your test, you might think, put your window down, put it back up for the show me tell me. And it worked that time, but if it doesn't, you've got to be able to handle all of these things. So that's a good test centre, because that one has reserved parking, as you saw. It's even got toilets, because this is Kings Heath Driving Test Centre coming up on the left. I've done lots of videos from here, I'll link in the description. This one here, Kings Heath, does not have toilets, it doesn't even have parking. The other one, Coxmoors, has parking, toilets. It's got a slush puppy machine. There's even a swimming pool there. There's a gym, and there's even a golf course. So if you want to go for a round of golf before your driving test to relax, you can. And if you do need help with your driving test nerves, check out my hypnosis video in the description. If you don't know, I'm also a hypnotist who specialises in helping people overcome driving anxiety. So I'm going to go roundabout ahead. This is a Maypole roundabout. I'm going to go straight ahead, second exit. And the big mistake people make here is not checking what's on the left and not seeing people like that crossing. It's quite easy to miss them because of the pillars of the car. There's a vehicle on my left there, so I know that they may not go left. They're not indicating, they've got there now they're indicating. I need to go into the left-hand lane. They should peel left. Are they going to? Yes, but notice I gave them a chance to do so. I'm going to indicate to confirm I'm coming off, and then I'm going to do U-turn and come back to Maypole roundabout. So a lot of people there don't check the left. It doesn't matter how well you do the roundabout, you can get the lanes correct. If you're not checking the left mirror, you're going to fail because that's dangerous. I'm going around. What people get wrong here is that when they turn left, they often go, so not where the orange RAC van is, they go when there's someone coming round. Now that RAC van has gone on the next exit, but you must wait for anyone coming from the right because they could peel off. That means when you sort of move to your left and go off like this big grey car is going to. You can't go when there's someone coming around. There's not now, so they should go, and I have, that's good. I will give them a chance to speed up. I'm not just going to go around them. They may be going slow, but I'm going to give them a chance. A big mistake with learners, like this one behind, is just going round. Nothing wrong with that, but give them a chance. If they don't speed up, like now, they're going all right, but they're not going too quick. So I will overtake. But give people a chance to speed up. Don't just immediately assume, oh, it's a learner, they're going to go slowly. I've had that happen to me when I'm driving the car and people just think, oh, it's a learner, I'll go around them. And that blue car, why would they have failed the driving test by now? Not the speeding, because they're still in the right lane. they're still in the right lane for no reason. They've had all this room to return left, and they haven't. There's no need for them to be in that lane. Yes, they're overtaking now, but they weren't back there. You must return left. And notice how I signalled around our learner. If I can pass this blue car, I will knock the cruise control on. I like driving the cruise control. If you don't know about cruise control, you can take your feet away and the car holds speed for you. I'm going to check. Notice how I indicate, wait for it to flash a few times, then I move. Do not do what I'm about to do now. Oh, the camera's overheating, so you won't see the inside of the car. Don't do this. Don't go, move, signal. The camera's overheated, that's a shame, so you won't actually see that. This interior camera I use, it often overheats and it's a warm day, so you'll only be seeing the front camera now. Sorry about that, but this is the way the cameras are. It's annoying. It's been annoying, that problem, ever since I first got these cameras. I bought them because they're not supposed to ever overheat. They were said to be brilliant cameras, they never overheat, and they always overheat. In a moment I will pull over. Nope, go away. In a moment I will pull over and I'll get that camera working again. But the Becketts farm roundabout, we're going to go ahead. So I'm checking my mirrors. No one around behind me, no one too close. Which lane? Well, it's the head third exit, so it's going to be in the middle lane. You see the left lane only goes left. The middle stays ahead. So we'll go to the middle lane and roll, creep again, keep momentum going. Roll, creep, clutch down, brake, but don't stop dead. Be aware of your surroundings. I know you can't see me at the moment, but I'm checking my mirrors left and right. I'll go after this pickup. Off we go, middle to middle. Exit 1, exit 2, I'll move into the left lane. No one next to me, move into the left lane now. Indicate, off I go. That truck in front signalling really badly. They were signalling to go right from the left lane. And that's how you do that one. I'm now going to go down this road and I'm going to go and pull up and get the camera working. Hopefully, it probably won't work because when it's overheated, you need to give it a bit of time to cool down. It's really frustrating now, it's really annoying. Like I said, I've spent a lot of money on these cameras. I'm going to pull over here because it's fairly quiet, there's no one around behind. Let's pull over here. I wouldn't pull over here if it's busy, but it's very quiet. So I'm going to turn the engine off fully, turn this camera off. Hello, I'm back. So I just drove down the road a bit to cool the cameras down. So let's turn the car on and I'm going to do the windows up and put the air conditioning on. So, sorry this video is a bit messy, but let me go over what I was saying. I believe that when you go for a driving test, you must be able to handle whatever comes up. So if it gets too warm, you need to be able to put the aircon on. If the I know the cameras aren't going to break, but if something like that happens, where something unexpected comes up, you must be able to handle it. Let's say the window doesn't go up properly. This can happen in any car. I had a driving test once where I had a brand new car. I think it only had 230 miles on the clock, and the power steering went halfway through the test. And the examiner said it's a brand new car, just rolled out of the garage, and the power steering packed up halfway through the driving test. And the people did really well. The examiner said he did a great job to keep it going because the steering was going on and off. It worked, but the power resistance was kind of cutting in and out. So you must be able to handle things like that where the unexpected can happen. And when you drive, the unexpected does very often happen. So I'm going to take the road on the right. I've got the aircon on to keep the cameras cool. It doesn't really help that much because I've done this before and I still overheat. But there you go. So I'm going to get to the end of this road and we're going to do the roundabout that messes people up. It is quite a confusing one, and this can be where you'll be following the sat nav. And I've done this roundabout in quite a few of the videos, but I'm going to talk through it as much as I can as I do it. It takes quite a long time to get back to this one, so I can't just drive it over and over again because it's quite a long loop you have to do to get back to it. So when I go roundabout, it's right fourth exit to Birmingham. And if you know how to do spiral roundabouts, this one won't faze you. And like I was saying, you must be able to handle anything. If you have only just learned the test routes and where to go, you're going to have a real problem driving if you pass your test, because driving just isn't like that. You don't just drive set routes. Roads, can be closed. There can be traffic lights, roadworks. There can be all sorts of animals in the road. You need to be flexible and adaptable, like I'm being in this video. So roundabout right, 4th exit. Signs hidden in trees, that doesn't really help. So the mirrors, the arrows on the floor tell you people have come down this road the wrong way. I've seen it. So I'll go right. It's the right hand lane because I'm going right. Now I want the A435 north, but on the floor and the sign it only says A435S. So that means mine will appear soon. So I'll go right, exit 1. Now I now want exit 4. So I'm thinking, well, when I've passed exit 2, I'm going to need to start moving over to the left so I can come off. Now there is a green sign in sort of towards the right of the screen as you'll be looking at it, which says A435N, centre lane of 3. Well, it will be centre lane of 3, so I go checking the mirrors, I drift to the left, I can still be signalling right because I'm looking, there's no one around behind me at all. Now I carry on round the roundabout from this lane. If you were still in that lane on the right, that isn't wrong, but you will be in the overtaking lane. And this is quite difficult to show you in a video. I'll do the best I can, but you really need to be in the car to experience this. Many times people say, why don't you say this and do that and do that? When you're driving, it's very, very different to when you're just sitting back watching a video. You're not actually in the car, in the moment. So, I stay in this lane, and I go round and round. The red van should go off down the motorway. Yes, I have. I'm checking down left mirror. I now tell my indicator off. More red lights, so I check around. I'm going to indicate left, even though I don't strictly have to, because you can only go off to left from this lane, but it just confirms where I'm going. Many people here swerve to the right. You can't do that because this white vehicle next to me on my right, they can come off the same road that I'm going down. So I can't go right, otherwise I'd leave them nowhere to go. So, gone to gear because I saw the lights were going to change. Checking around, off I go. And I'll show you a few more little bits while I'm here. So this video didn't quite go to plan, but as I say, that's what it's like when you drive. I'm going to go next left. I mentioned this road in another video. I'm going to keep my speed fairly high, then brake fairly late so I don't block these vehicles on the road. It's now national speed limit, so it's 60 on this road for this vehicle. However, you will not do that because look at it. It's really narrow, very tight. You will not be doing more than I'm doing, what, 20 down here. You wouldn't want to be doing much more than that, even without the vehicles there. So I'll keep the speed down, but yes, this road does have a limit for this vehicle of 60 miles an hour. You'd be crazy to do that. You wouldn't even make it around this bend. I mean, how could you get around here with 60? So I do brake, clutch, do 2. I could sound my horn, but I can see reasonably well, and I'm ready to brake, keeping very low speed. No one behind, I can clutch brake if needed. I know the end of the road's coming up, so they shouldn't be going too fast if anyone does come in. I'm braking, ready to sound the horn, but I can see reasonably well. Again, what you see in the video is a bit different to what I see. And these can all be on the test routes. This is what I'm saying, this is what this video has turned into, is that, well, it's called common driving test mistakes, right? So it's appropriate that the video is full of mistakes. Driving test routes are flexible. Don't listen to these stupid websites and apps that tell you these are the test routes, study the routes. They can change. If they want to take you down that road, they can. If they want to change the routes, they can. If they want to add a new one in, they can. Right, the routes are any rough guidelines. They have a general idea where they're going to go. They don't have to stick rigidly to that route. So I want to show you one more thing here, which people often get wrong. And they actually do get it wrong on this road. So let's just get to the end of the road. The speed limit now is still 60. And I'm doing what, 40ish, because the view's poor. But now I can speed up, the view's good ahead. No one behind, no one ahead. I can speed up. And 50 odds okay, you don't need to get right up to 60. but I'm making good progress. There's no one around at all, but at the end of the road there is something loads of people mess up on. I don't need to brake, as I said in other videos, no need to flinch. If you're going to hit that car, it means your position's wrong, not your speed. So get your position correct. Your speed isn't as important as your position in terms of hitting other vehicles. I'm coming down to 30, but what is there at the end of the road? What's it saying? What do a lot of people miss? I went through till we get there, so I know you can't see quite as far in this video as I can. What's it saying? What must you do? Stop dead. Go right to the very end. Stop just before the line. You don't have to put the handbrake on, but I have, because it's on a hill. So if you're going up a hill, you'll put the handbrake on to avoid rolling backwards. But you do not have to put the handbrake on at a stop sign. That's something a lot of people teach incorrectly. You must put the handbrake on when you get to a stop sign. No, you don't. You must stop when you get to a stop sign, because the sign says stop, not handbrake. So check out these other videos of mine on screen now for more help around here. Sorry that video didn't quite go to plan, but it's still quite useful. If you want to visit my website firstdrive.com to find out more about me and my score, you can. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.